Hello everyone. In this video, I will be discussing about the basic parts of an Iupac nomenclature of organic compound. And before going further, I would like you to take out your notebook and pen so that you can note down each and everything which I will discuss here. Because it's very important to keep in mind all the steps required for Iupac nomenclature. Okay. So first of all, let us see that how an Iupac nomenclature of organic compound is made and what are the parts which are present in it. So first of all, in the Iupac nomenclature of organic compounds, there are three parts. The main part is word root, and before word root we add prefix, and after word root we add suffix. Okay. So we have to learn that what this prefix, word root and suffix denotes. Okay. So now let's start with word root. Now in the nomenclature of organic compound, we select a chain which is the longest chain and we call it as a parent chain. And in this parent chain there can be 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n number of carbons, and these number of carbons in the parent chain are denoted by word root. So word root denotes number of carbon in parent chain. Okay. Let us suppose if number of carbon is 1, then its word root is meth. For 2, it's eth. For 3, it's prop. For 4, it's but. For 5, it's pent. For 6, hex. For 7, it's hept. For 8, oct. For 9, non. 10, dec. For 11, undec. For 12, dodec. For 13, tridec, tetradec, pentadec, hexadec, and so on. Okay. So word root gives us idea about the number of carbon which are present in parent chain. Let us see in suffix what can be denoted by suffix. Okay. So first of all, the parent chain may contains each and every carbon as single bond. It may have double bond or it may have triple bond. So if the parent chain is saturated, that means that each and every carbon present in the parent chain is single bond. In that case, we use the suffix ane and the compound is called alkane or alkane derivatives. Okay. So the suffix denotes saturation in parent chain. Okay. So if if the parent chain is saturated, that means if it contains each and every carbon as single bond, then we add the suffix "in". If the parent chain is unsaturated, so for double bond and for triple bond. For double bond we add suffix "in", and for triple bond we add suffix "ine". Fine. So now you can see that if the parent chain is saturated, then it has suffix "in". If it has double bond, it has "in". If it has triple bond, it's "ine". Now, one more thing can be denoted by suffix, and that is the presence of any functional group. Okay, so it also denotes, suffix also denotes primary functional group. Okay, now for primary functional group, like if OH is present, then suffix is "ol". If CHO is present, then suffix is "ul". If C double bond O is present, then suffix is "on". If COOH is present, then the suffix is "oic acid". Okay, and there are so many various functional groups like esters, amides, amines, oic acids, ethers. We will discuss one by one when we will study about the nomenclature of functional group. Okay, but basic idea here is that in case of suffix, we can denote the saturation of the parent chain and presence of any primary functional group. Okay, now let us see what can be denoted by the term prefix. While writing the nomenclature or while selecting the parent chain, there may be some possibility that we cannot include each and every carbon. There may be some carbon which will be left out, and all those left out carbon are called branches, and these branches can be represented in prefix. Similarly, there may be sometime it's possible that we cannot include all the functional groups in the parent chain. So the functional group, if there are more than one functional group, then definitely there is a possibility that functional group must be present in branches. So in case of prefix, we will talk about branches. So prefix denotes branches attached to parent chain. If the branches are of carbon, so for one carbon we add the prefix methyl. For second carbon we add the prefix ethyl. For 3 carbon we add the prefix propyl. And similarly for 4 carbon butyl, pentyl, we will see it when I will discuss the various nomenclature. Okay, now one more thing. In case of suffix, we can write only one functional group. Okay, if there are more than one type of functional group, then except one, all the other functional groups will be mentioned in prefix. So those functional groups which are not primary, which are not basic, we call them as secondary functional group. functional group has to be mentioned in either prefix or suffix, then their name changes. For example, if OH has to be mentioned in suffix, then its suffix becomes ol. But if OH has to be mentioned in prefix, then its prefix becomes hydroxy. Okay. For CHO, it becomes formyl. For C double bond O, it becomes oxo. Okay. So now note down all these things, but before noting down, remember one more thing, star mark. All the prefixes are arranged alphabetically. Okay, all the prefixes will be arranged alphabetically. This we will see when I will discuss the examples. Okay, but in case of suffix, we do not go by the alphabetical order, and here the trend followed is saturation, unsaturation, followed by functional group. Okay, so here we can see that while writing suffix, we follow in, ein plus functional group. We do not follow alphabetical order while writing suffix. Fine. So note down all these things, because in my next video I am going to discuss about the nomenclature of alkanes, where I will take nomenclature of simple alkanes as well as nomenclature of branch chain alkanes. Okay, fine. Note it down and all the best. Note down fast. So, while writing the IUPAC nomenclature of any organic compound, we have to decide what will be its prefix, what will be its word root, and what will be its suffix. And we will add these terms accordingly by arranging prefixes in alphabetical order, followed by word root, and that followed by suffix. This will give the IUPAC nomenclature of any organic compound. Thank you.